Hi, good morning everybody. Myself Prof.S.S.Pawar. Dear students, in the today's lecture we learn about the new one topic, that is from Unit 5th Working Capital. Yes. Then, dear students, you know about that the all the business organizations have the two categorized of capital. That means the total capital of the business organization is categorized into two types. Which are they? Means one is a fixed capital, another form of capital is that working capital. Yes. Then this working capital is also known as circulating capital. Circulating capital, as well as it also known as revolving capital. Yes, it is also known as revolving capital. Yes. Then we now see about the what is the meaning of that working capital. That means, see, working capital refers to that part of total capital. Yes, of course right. This is a part of total capital, then which is invested. That part of total capital is invested in where? In where, that means in current assets. In current assets, for which purpose? For which purpose? That means to carry on the day-to-day operations of the business concern. That means for the purpose of day-to-day activity, the fund is required. That fund is properly known as the working capital. Yes, that means investing in current assets is known as working capital. Yes. Then now we see about that definition of that working capital. Yes. See here. According to Alfred Gestenberg, according to Alfred Gestenberg, working capital or circulating capital. Yes. Later words we know about this. Circulating, what is this? That means before that, see just the definition. Working or circulating capital means current assets of a company, that are changed. Yes, that are changed in the ordinary course of business from one form to another form. Yes. Sternberg says that the asset of that working capital is a change from one form to another form, and here same being he is given an example. See that from cash to inventory. Yes, that means cash should be converted as inventory, and inventory being converted as a form of receivables, and receivable converted as again cash. Yes. How is that? We see in the detailed manner. See, if by suppose we have the cash, yes, then from cash we purchase the raw materials. Yes. Then cash converted as what? The raw material. And after the words purchasing of raw material, we fed that into the machine. That means we get that materials into process. That is called working process. Yes. Then after the working process, before that, see, raw material converted as working process, and after the working process we got the finished goods, which is also known as stock in trade. That means that work in process is converted into finished goods, and after the finished goods we sell that. Yes, then that finished goods is converted as sale. Then after if you directly sold for that cash, we issue directly cash. But suppose if we sold that for credit basis, then there is a debtors, that is bills receivable. Here, see, the sales converted as into debtors or bills receivable. That means after the receivable cash from that debtors, it converted as into the cash. That means debtors converted into cash. It is one full circulating, or it is one full circle. That's why the working capital is called what? Circulating capital. That is called circulating capital. Yes. Then this is about the meaning and definition, and now we see the another one important part of this concept is that types of the working capital. Yes. Now we know about the types of working capital. Among that, first one is that gross working capital. Yes. So gross working capital is nothing but investment in current assets is known as that gross working capital. That means we invest that amount, which amount into the current assets, that entire amount is called what? The gross working capital. According to J.S. Mill, the sum of the total current assets is known as the gross working capital. Yes. Then second one, net working capital. Yes. So net working capital, that means it arises when the current assets minus current liabilities. Yes. Then that means net working capital, that means current assets over the current liabilities, is known as the net working capital. Yes. Then third one is that permanent working capital. That means it is a some portion or part of that total working capital which is kept as a permanent basis, fixed basis. That type of permanent or that fixed basis is called permanent working capital. For example, cash, bank balance, stocks, etc. Then temporary or variable working capital. Yes. Then temporary or variable working capital, that means the excess part of that permanent working capital is known as temporary or variable working capital. It is kept for the special purpose. Okay. That may be for seasonal requirement or for the any specific purpose for the hazards it is. Yes. Then another important types is that negative working capital. Then what it means? Negative working capital, that means it in the concept the current liability is more than the current assets. That means current liability greater than current asset. That process is known as what? The negative working capital. That means where the current liability are more than the current assets. Yes. Then similarly, the next one important is that positive working capital. Then it is a reverse of that. That means current assets greater than current liability. Where the concept the current assets is a more or greater than that current liability is known as the positive working capital. Yes. This is brief about the types of working capital, and in the next class we see the probability on the basis of that working capital, that is required or very essential for the examination purpose. Yes, thank you.